everyone. It's Holly Hall. Yeah, Holly Hall from AskHollyHall.com. I've received a few really important downloads, and I want to speak about them tonight. And if you're a woman, you're going to want to know about this. If you're anybody, you're going to want to know about this. And we're going to talk about the new matriarch, matriarch new world. You know, they talk about a new world order. Well, today I am going to announce that there is indeed a new world order about to unfold, but it is around the dawning of the matriarchic system. I want to tell you how powerful, how immensely powerful, and yet subdued, hidden, controlled, and manipulated the power of the woman is. And we have no idea that we hold this power. It is more powerful than what any man has. It is more powerful than what any company or organization or corporation has. And it is more powerful than any atomic bomb or anything. It is extremely universally powerful. And I'm going to give the secret of a download that I received around the intense and the immense power of the woman and the dawning of the new world order of the matriarchic system. And I'm also going to, well, I know there's a leader, and I'm going to give you, there's a leader of this system too. And I thought I knew who the leader was last fall. In fact, she was supposed to be the leader of the new matriarchic system. And she is a co-creator. She's definitely a leader. But we're going to have a new world order leader in this new matriarchic system. Now, this isn't something that's going to happen overnight. Okay, it's already been building foundation since the 1950s, and I'm going to give you some history of how that has happened. All right, good evening, Jean. Hello, Pamela. Good to see you. And Tatiana and Candice. We have 6 matriarch systems in the world right now that exist. And believe it or not, most of them are quite tribal, and they're not in the traditional Western world. In a heartbeat, we can change the world. And then she was off the map, right? Now, my new one that I follow, that is my latest craze, is Zach Bush. And Zach Bush holds a triple PhD, very rare to hold a triple doctorate. And one of the sayings, if you can listen to some of his very daunting, poignant, and very important YouTube videos that he has, is that he says we need to educate every single woman, female on the planet, because they bear our children. And it's those children that is going to save our world. Him, amongst many, believe that we are in extinction. Okay, and there is proof that we are in the midst of extinction. Figure. So, but it's been mainly a patriarchic world, but they believe that at the very beginning of mankind, if you believe in the Big Bang Theory or Genesis, was women. And I was raised on the Bible. I was born and raised Roman Catholic. Probably one of the reasons I'm very much against religion, organized religion. But a lot of what the Bible talks about, theory or Genesis, was women. And I was raised on the Bible. I was born and raised Roman Catholic. Probably one of the reasons I'm very much against religion, organized religion. But a lot of what the Bible talks about that it's a history book. All 3 temptations, and now we're full of a world of temptation that relies on one thing, the matrix of money. So now we have a desire and a temptation for money in order to have all these desires. So why are we so powerful as women? And I'll tell you who the person is that I thought was, well, I knew should have been the world leader, is Marianne Williamson. So Marianne Williamson was running for president of the United States last term, last fall. Was running for candidate now, and I saw a prediction for her last September, and I said to her, she never read it or received it, unfortunately, but I can screenshot it in Instagram that I did do this. And I said that, and I did a recording, and I said, in December, you're going to want to bow out. There's going to be too much pressure. There's going to be threats. There's going to be such an order in the government, behind the government, that you feel that you're barking up the wrong tree, that you're not going to be able to make a difference in the way that you would like to. And you would like to maintain the stance that you're at right now and make the best difference that you can. And you're going to back out in December. But I warned her, do not back out. You're not going to win, but it's going to put you in a position politically that's going to allow you to make a big difference in the world. What happened in December? She dropped out from the candidacy. That was proved to me because I already predicted that part of it. And the month, it was end of December, beginning of January, that I predicted that, to me, the rest of my predictions would have held true. But she shifted that. And we all have the power to do that. We all have the power to change things and shift things. This is the prediction that I've received. Since the 1950s, women started going into the work world at that time. We started our campaign to vote in the 1930s. We became a commodity. Every single product that has made this world the millionaires that they are, these are multi-trillion-dollar industries, are all geared towards selling to women. Women. Okay, so the makeup, multi-trillion-dollar industry. Supplements, multi-billion-dollar industry. The fashion industry, multi-billion-dollar industry. Taking care of babies, children's clothes, children's toys, multi-billion-dollar industry. Why did they start in the 1950s advertising to women? Because they knew through their own research and observation that women were the one calling the shots of what they would buy for the houses, what kind of cars and the color of the car that they wanted, what kind of appliances they wanted, what kind of wallpaper they wanted, what type of clothing that they wanted, what kind of food they were going to feed their kids. Everything is marketed to the woman. Okay, 90% is marketed to the woman. Understand how much power that puts in our hands? You may think that it's a powerless thing, that we think too much about makeup, we think too much about our hair, we think too much about our clothes. There's nothing wrong with that, because it is a sacred power and energy to be a woman. We can be anything. We can have emotions and share it. We can touch and hold hands and hug and coddle and embrace our other women and men and children. Can men do that publicly? In general, no. Are they raised by society to be able to do that? In general, no. Right? Should that be a truth? Absolutely not. Men should be able to have that power as well as women. We feel like we're being discriminated. We may feel like we're being exploited. We may feel like we're being taken advantage of. And in a sense, yes, we are. But we can turn this around, right? And we can demand what we want as women and what we don't want as women. Because this is a patriarchal world. And sorry, guys, I know there's a lot of wonderful, beautiful men on there, and they're going to come on board and they're going to hurrah us and they're going to cheerlead us and they're going to want us to rise above. And even the Dalai Lama said it's a Western woman that's going to save the world. Or it was Edgar Cayce. I've been looking for it and I can't find it. But it is a woman from the East that will live in the West that will save our world. Okay, or it was another one where the Eastern philosophy will save the Western world. The gender around this is around the feminine energy. And we as people refuse to buy from your company. We're going to boycott it because you're not giving them proper conditions, right? That's where we have the power. Now, 80% of commodity is bought by women. By women. So we have the power.